put the background too low.
Yep. Oh. Okay, let's. Yeah. 5 minutes. Hi, Julie. Oh, it says it's still getting you. And I am recording. I want me back.
Hi.
Oh, I can hear you.
I can't. I don't know. Hello.
Working.
I have no idea how to turn on a video or anything, but
Look in the bottom left-hand corner.
oh, there we go. Start video.
Yeah, and you can't have like the other video. There you are. Hi. Fun. So a bunch of people told me they were going to show up today, so we'll see if they actually get up out of bed.
Oh.
Are you frozen? You're frozen in time on my side. Oh.
Hi.
Do this.
Now I can't see you though.
Oh no? Okay, wait. I'll figure that out. I'll just tell people to wait.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, now I see both. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to see both. I want to just see. Oh, now I can see everything.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I want to just see me though. This is fun. Good morning.
Have you used Zoom before?
I have, but this is different. It's coming up different the way I have used it before, which is cool.
I just did a group yoga class, or not yoga, Zumba class with a friend, and they had to mute everybody. So I don't know if you have control of like muting everybody because it was messing up the feed.
Oh, okay.
You have to turn off all of our microphones and video.
Alrighty, I can do that. Okay, I can mute all of you. We have like 2 minutes, so maybe I'll wait in case if anybody has a question right now. Before we get going.
You know what? I think I'm gonna. My sound is really bad, but I'm thinking I'm far away from my modem.
Oh, maybe it might be the muting, so I'll go ahead and do the muting.
When I touched my name.
Fran said she was having problems with people in another class she was doing. So I'm going to mute you, Julie.
Okay.
You send me later.
You're welcome.
Well, you can't do you.
I don't know why the picture.
My face squinting into the camera. Nice. All righty. So now I can't hear any of you guys now. Just a minute. So you just did a Zumba class and now you're coming to me. I know we probably go and do all kinds all day long. Okay, how can I get out of this? I want just me. There, that's what I wanted to see. Awesome. So I am so glad that you guys are here with me today. I hope everybody can hear me. Every morning since this started, since the kids have been off, I've been coming down in the morning. Dave puts a fire on and doing my yoga, doing my practice in front of the fire. And I thought, well, I could share this with other people because I know that it's just different right now. And just spending your day, I'm spending my day with my family all day long, which is wonderful, but different and weird at the same time. And I think it is for them too. Dave's in the other room working right now. And so I am super glad that I can do this. I miss my regular students, and I know, and I'm missing friends, and I know you guys are the same way. So thank you for joining me today. I do want to start just seated comfortably. I think you guys all know I have a block with me in case I need it. I got a pillow and a blanket, so I don't think we'll need them today, but if you do, run and get them. Run and get something to use to prop yourself up during the practice. And then take a swig of tea. And come to a comfortable seat on your mat. So I'm cross-legged. That doesn't mean that you have to be. You can be sitting any way you want. Find a way that is comfortable for you. Maybe roll from side to side on your hips a little bit, front to back. And then come to a place that is neutral. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift up through both sides of your waist and shut your eyes. Let your hands rest wherever feels comfortable. And when you shut your eyes, just look inward, see what's there. Breathing deep and easy. I'd like this practice to be a practice where we begin to set intentions for our day. So rather than this being a to-do list of things that you intend to do, set your intention for the way that you want to feel today, the way you want your day to feel. So I notice that as my schedule's changing and my sort of circumstances are changing, even though I'm super lucky that we're all healthy and we're here together, things are changing. And I just find that by setting my intention for the day, it allows me to be less reactive to the things that are happening around me. So I'm less apt to go off on something or get upset or react adversely to something that happens, or maybe it's something that I read about or something that some further change going on outside, or something that happens inside the house. If I've set my intention to it for the day, I can continually go back and connect with that during the day, and it just helps me to drive the day the way I want, to the place where I want to go. So as we sit and breathe, please just take a moment. And set that intention. Make it as short a word, small a word as you can. so that it's easy to get back to. Almost like a mantra or an affirmation. Couple of breaths in here, slowing and deepening the breath. Lifting up through both sides of the waist on the inhale. Sinking down into the hips on the exhale. Breathing deep and easy. And then when you are ready, softly open your eyes. And let's make our way right away into a tabletop position. So you're going to have your knees underneath your hips, your wrists underneath your shoulders. And let's tip the tailbone up, dip the belly down. Heart comes forward, crown of the head is high for cow belly breath. And as you exhale, turn the tailbone down, round the spine, broaden the shoulders, tuck the chin for an angry cat. So try to have this movement start from the tailbone, coming back into a cow belly breath, drawing the tailbone up and just move up your spine. So eventually the crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. And then again, turn the tailbone down and just have the movement move like a wave up your spine. Angry cat. Really pull the navel up and away from the floor. One more time in each direction. Exhaling. Inhale to a neutral spine. Make sure your belly is tucked in to support the low back. And as you exhale, curl your toes under and lift the knees 2 inches up off the mat. So we're in like a floating tabletop pose. Both hands are pressed down evenly into the mat. I'm looking straight down at the mat. Belly is tucked in. Maybe a little bit of fire is starting to move up into that belly. Big breath in. Now as you exhale, lift the hips up and back. Come to downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths here. You can move around whatever way you like. Pedal your feet. Swing your hips. Shake your head. For sure, shake your head. Shake your head, nod your head. Make some circles. Release any tension from your night's sleep. And then, when you've had enough of that movement, just come to stillness for a moment. Let your heels drop back towards the back of the mat. Press into your hands. Slide your hips back a little further. Big breath in and lengthen the side body. Exhale completely. As you inhale, bring your gaze forward between your thumbs, your shoulders over your wrists. Bend your knees, come up on your toes, and then step your feet forward to the front of the mat. Come right into a halfway lift. As you exhale, pull the navel in, forward fold. Take it easy. It's our first one of the day. Soften the knees. Let's take a slow spinal roll up, coming all the way up to stand. Hands up, look up. That feels good for you. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Inhale, drop hands down around and up. As you exhale, let's twist to the right. Left hand forward, right hand back. Hip bones are going to face the front of the mat. Inhale to center, and exhale the other way. Right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale to come up. As you exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold all the way down. Inhaling now to a halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. As you exhale, soften your knees, plant your hands, and step your right foot back to the back of the mat, dropping the right knee down on the mat. Inhale the hands forward now. Exhale, sink the hips. As you inhale, curl your right toes under and lift the right knee. Inhaling, find the length in the spine. And as you exhale, let's twist to the right, or to the left, sorry. Right hand forward, left hand back. And then bring the right hand down, gently down to the mat, keeping the left hand high. Coming to your easy twist. Looking up at that right left hand, if that feels good for you. Maybe you want to keep your gaze down at the floor, it's up to you. Left hand can come down now to the mat and step your left foot back to meet the right in high plank pose. You can be on your toes or on your knees here. Up to you. Next, inhale brings the shoulders slightly forward, preparing to come down. As you exhale, let's for this first one lower all the way down to the mat. Tops of the feet press into the mat and lift the chest. Really shine the heart forward while you pull your elbows back. Exhale, release back down onto the mat. Inhale to table or plank on your toes or on your knees. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's float forward to plank pose. Bring your crown of your head forward, last two. As you exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward, plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows towards the back of the mat, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. I can always use out your knees here. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's let the right heel float. As you exhale, draw the right foot forward between the hands. Keeping, actually an option. You can drop the left knee down to the mat or you can stay up on your toes here. Inhale, the fingertips forward and up. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, let's open the chest. Interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Stay for the exhale as you press the knuckles away from your body, back towards the left heel. Really opening up through the front of your body. If you like, you can stay here just like this, or you can humble your warrior, bringing the right shoulder down to the inside of the right, whoops. This is what's gonna happen, I guess, in a live class. Right hand, the fist can come up over your head, dropping the right shoulder, the inside of the right knee. One more full cycle of breath here. And then inhale to come up, release the fingertips to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring the fingertips to the mat and step your left foot forward to meet the right. Halfway lift, fingertips on the shin, nice flat back here, gazing straight down at the mat. As you exhale, pull the navel up to the spine and forward fold. Inhale, soften your knees and roll all the way up to stand. Hands up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's open our feet to the width of the mat, toes off the mat, heels on the mat, and inhale the fingertips up one more time. As you exhale, bring the hands down till they are shoulder height, palms facing forward. Push the heels of your palms away, pull the fingertips back towards your face. Lengthen up through both sides of the waist, and then as you exhale, slowly bend your knees, coming down to a deep squat. You can use your block underneath your hips here if you like. Hands can come to the heart center, elbows inside the knees. If you want, you can bring your hands to support you on the mat here. Or just stay and enjoy this twist. If you're awake enough and you feel like it, it's in your practice, go ahead and practice a crow pose here, bringing the elbows or the knees up high on the triceps, close to the armpits as you can. Hands shoulder height, shoulder width. Lift the hips, come up high on your toes, gazing forward until maybe one toe comes up off the mat, or the other toe comes up off the mat. Maybe both toes come up off the mat. Dropping the heels back down onto the mat. Bring the fingertips to the mat. Lift the hips up and back. Tick-tock to your feet until they are parallel and the toes are facing the mat. And in, take a nice forward fold here. Fingertips to the shins, halfway lift. As you exhale, soften the knees, bring your fingertips to the mat, and step the left foot back to the back of the mat, dropping the left knee. Inhale, fingertips forward and up. As you exhale, curl the back toes under, lift the left knee. Inhale, lift up through the spine, sink the hips. Exhale, twist to the right, left hand forward, right hand back. Big breath in here. Exhale, left hand comes down to the mat, right hand is high. Easy twist. As you exhale, bring the right hand down to the mat. Step your right foot back next to the left, high plank pose. Big breath in. Exhale to lower halfway or all the way down this time. Inhale, open the heart. As you exhale, curl over your toes and lift the hips. Up and back, downward facing up. As you inhale, let's let the left heel float. Exhale, bringing that left foot forward between the hands. Option to stay on the right toes or drop down onto the knee. Inhale, fingertips forward up. Exhale, sink your hips. As you inhale, let's bring your hands to the base of your spine. Open the chest. Interlace the fingers the other way this time, the way that feels weird. Like the wrong finger. Feels like the wrong finger on top. Roll the chest open. Roll the shoulders down and away from your ears. And you can stay here just like this, so you can humble your warrior. Bringing the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. The fist comes up and over. Well, it's not good pose for you to do. Nice. So this comes up and over. Full cycle of breath here. Release the hands forward and up. As you exhale, bring the palms down onto the mat and step the left foot back to meet the right. That's our time. As you exhale, as you inhale, shoulders forward. Exhale, lower, halfway or all the way down. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So up really high on our toes now, and then roll over the feet, come to the knees, come to tabletop, and then make your way to your seat in whatever way feels good for you. Find your way there. I'd like to finish out the practice with a supported bridge pose. So you can use your block here if you like, or you can come into this pose using the strength of your core. First thing though, let's come down onto our back. So hips are in the center of the mat, feet are on the mat. Really press your the big toe knuckle down into the mat. Tuck your chin into your throat, and you have a choice. You can bring your hands next to your hips, or you can reach them forward as you lower all the way down onto the mat. Take your time, take control of this descent. Once you get there, you can curl your shoulder blades under. Make any little movements you need to be comfortable. Draw your heels in towards your sit bones. And if you're using a block, just lift your hips and slide your block in underneath your hips. Just make sure it's on under the bony part of your hips, right underneath your pelvis, not underneath any of the vertebrae of your spine. And from here, you can just hang out. If you don't want to use the block, I want you to press into both feet. Lift your hips, turn the tailbone down so it's pointing between your knees. Lengthening the low back, feeling the core engage. And then keep pressing up, press up through the shoulder blades. Maybe you're gonna walk your hands in towards one another, interlace the hands, or maybe grab onto your heels or your ankles and lift up through the hips, the chest, going as high as you can. Keeping your gaze straight up here. I don't want anybody to twist their neck when it's fully extended like this. Pressing. Knees want to slide apart here. Try and keep drawing them in towards one another so that they are about hip width apart. One more big breath in. And then exhale to lower. You can lower your, or lift the block out underneath your hips if you've used a block. Take a moment and lengthen out of this pose. Draw the soles of your feet together, let the knees fall wide. And let your hands rest, one on your tummy, one on your chest, or maybe cup the rib cage. Maybe you'll open them up. It's up to you. Just breathe easy here. Breathing into the back body. Best feeling ever coming out of a back bend. Feeling the spine lengthen and elongate. Then from here, you can take Savasana like this if you like, or put a cup of tea down there. Or you can bring your heels down to the far corners of the mat. And let yourself relax in this pose. Now, I know a lot of you might be feeling like, oh, I'm going to skip it on Savasana. It's first thing in the morning. I just got up a little while ago. But can I tell you, this is a time to really, last few maybe quiet moments of your day. Another great time to check in with your intention for the day. Really let that seep in. So don't skip out on Savasana. Don't chase it in there. Let yourself have this time. We'll just be here for a few more breaths. Enjoy the stillness, and we'll come out of it together in a few moments. So if you have time, I always encourage my students, especially online when you're at home, if you're like me and you're lying in front of a fire and you're completely comfortable, to stay where you are for as long as you can. But if you have to get going or something, if time is up for you, begin to deepen your breath. Wake up the body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Turn your wrists and your ankles. Reach the arms up overhead while you push your heels away. And then as you exhale, pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Maybe make some circles on the ceiling with your knees. Rock from side to side. Making your way eventually into a fetal position. Rest your head on your bottom line. And take your time. Go coming all the way up to sit. Keep your head and your neck relaxed. Come into whatever seated position is comfortable for you. I know I'm sitting cross-legged, but you can be doing whatever you want. You don't have to be like me in this one. Crown of the head can come up last. As we inhale, the fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale the thumbs to the third eye, reminding us of the true goal of yoga, the integration of the mind and the body. And for our final pose, let's hinge forward. Namaste. I want to thank you guys for coming out to join me today. Please get back to me in whatever way that you found out about this practice. But get back to me. Let me know how you enjoyed it. If there's anything else, if there's anything you think I should change or I should add in, or anything you'd like me to address. I've got the next couple of weeks of classes. I'll be here every morning. I hope to see you as often as possible. And yeah, if you give me ideas for them, that would be great. I hope that this has been a great start for your day. It's been an awesome start for mine. And I really appreciate all of you coming out to see me. So, namaste. Have a fabulous day. Kind of anticlimactic because I'm gonna like walk over and click off and that. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, I can't find my notes. And now I'm